Okay, so I'm with Steve Morris from Mainstream. Steve, tell us about what you're up to.
I'm in the UK at the moment for a week, and I'm visiting with all of our steering committee. And so Mainstream, which, as you know, Michael, is a large community of maintenance and reliability leaders. The way we build it is very much ask the people what they want it to be about, and then we build the conference based off their needs. And so one of the things we do is we form a steering committee made up of heads of maintenance. And I've just had 30 of them together with me for 2 nights, 15 in Birmingham, 15 in Manchester. We've done a think tank. We've gone out for dinner and we had the richest conversation to help frame the research that then becomes the Mainstream gathering in October in Birmingham. And so, that's been my trip. And besides that, I've been visiting with some of our partners like you. One of our favorite media partners who supported Mainstream when we launched last year, and other partners, some of our sponsors, technology vendors, etc., maintenance consultancies, all of whom invest in Mainstream around the world. And we've come to visit with and hear their perspective because we're right in the middle of that research phase.
Okay, and the background of Mainstream was the first events were in Australia, if I'm not mistaken.
In fact, in August, you're 100% right. In August this year, Mainstream turns 30 years old. It's the 30th birthday of Mainstream. And we call it the world's most enduring maintenance and reliability community. We now run it. Mainstream Melbourne is the big show. It's a 2-day event, 2.5 days. That's 30 years old. Mainstream Perth last week was 800 people, and the UK launched a year ago, and we're very proud of the inaugural UK event. It was bigger than we thought it might be, and we believe we'll grow to about 500 people this year.
And how many visitors did you get to the first event in the UK?
We had 351 individuals who were part of the conference. Some of them were speakers who we brought from around the world. All of our speakers, by the way, are practitioners or customers. Some of them were partners or vendors or sponsors who had booths. But the vast majority were customers who bought tickets to attend and share best practice and listen to the content.
Fantastic. How does the UK market compare with Australia? Are the techniques similar? Are the industries is the theory behind the practice similar to Australia?
100%. I mean, look, different industries are at different stages in their life cycle of improvement around maintenance and reliability and asset management best practice, whether they're regulated industries or whether they're very cashed up industries or whether they're smaller industries. I'd say UK, for me, has a very strong, heavy manufacturing base across automotive, across food and beverage. It's got, obviously, by virtue of 70 plus million people on a small island, it's got water utilities that are very invested in getting asset management right. And certainly this year with, the Cunliffe report and all the talk around water utilities and the obligations they have to broader society, maintenance and asset health is a major issue for them. So we had a big propensity of water utilities, power utilities, oil and gas from Scotland, and a lot of manufacturing from the Midlands and probably Manchester and other industries. But I would say the industries make it slightly different. Australia is like a mining context predominantly, whereas here it's much more varied and there's a big manufacturing base. But to your question, there are companies that are massively ahead of the game who are using AI and machine learning in a maintenance asset management context. And then there are companies that don't yet have planners and are very reactive and aren't doing any preventative work. It's a mixed bag.
Okay, and we were talking earlier about the food manufacturing sector, and you were mentioning that they're very keen to develop their technologies and techniques. Can you tell us a little bit more about the conversations you've been having in that area?
Yeah, what was interesting for me in the food manufacturing context is that a lot of these organizations have been built inorganically. So there's been a lot of acquisition where companies have bought up competitors and other food businesses to these sort of bigger conglomerates. And so what you see is if there are 10 sites, you see 6 of them are very advanced and doing a lot of preventative and sometimes predictive work, very into condition-based monitoring, etc., etc. And in other cases, they don't they almost don't do anything that's preventative. So it's very much even within organizations from site to site. And yes, I think a lot of these every company wants to be better at what it's doing. Every company wants to invest for better margin, for better throughput, for better safety, for better quality. Maintenance is really just it's just one input into delivering more profitability.
Brilliant.
And so, yeah, I don't think anyone I've met on this trip doesn't have great ambition.
Good. And with the event, the forthcoming event in Birmingham, can you give us a lineup of your speakers that are going to be presenting?
We are going to announce in a week, so I won't do that just yet, because there's going to be some big news. But needless to say, it's going to be a vast predominance of customer stories from all over the world. Last year, for example, we had the head of reliability for Mars. We had the thought leader, Drew Troyer. We had the head of reliability for Woodside Petroleum. We had the head of maintenance and projects for Horizon, which is Australia's biggest train network. So we bring people in who are doing it, who are at the coalface, who's solving problems. And no doubt there will be a lot of that again, but we'll announce in a week or two.
Right, look forward to that. And if people want to visit the conferences, where would they go? How do they register?
Yeah, great question. So they jump onto mainstreamcommunity.com, and there not only can they register for conferences, but we write a ton of research papers, which is deeply researched with their peers, and they can download those for free. They can join our online community where there's tons of research and articles and publications and stories from previous conferences where they can learn. They can join groups where they can enter conversations. They can find training and training materials. So mainstreamcommunity.com, where they can register for the Birmingham, Perth, Melbourne conference, or get on there and just start their improvement journey as our guest.
Okay, fantastic. And if you're a company that wants to get involved, how would they approach it?
So if you're a potential sponsor of our conferences, you would reach out to Guy at mainstreamcommunity.com, or myself, Steve, at mainstreamcommunity.com, or via our website, as I said. And if you're a customer, you would similarly reach out to either of those people, or a lady called Micah, M-E-I-K-E, at mainstreamcommunity.com. And we're all there just to help facilitate people getting involved, whether they want to speak, whether they want to sponsor, or whether they want to be delegates and bring their teams. Just reach to any of us. All of our details. In fact, this might be easier. Just jump on the website. You can find all of our details there. We're all happy to help, regardless of what your ambition is.
Fantastic. And in terms of deadlines, when will people need to get involved?
So right now, our sponsorship is probably 80% full, maybe a bit more. All of our premieres, our diamond, all of our interactive partners are all gone. We've got in fact, all of our community booths are gone as well. So we've got some smaller booths left. So now, if you're a sponsor type, if you want to be a delegate, you can get involved all the way until the last day before the conference on the 19th of October. We're events on the 20th, 21st. And if you want to speak, now's your moment too. And if you want to be involved in our research, we are bringing together anyone who wants to be involved into a series of virtual roundtables in April to join us and share their voice and be heard in helping us frame the conversation. So again, jump on mainstreamcommunity.com and you can find everything you need to. And we'd love you to be involved because it's very much, and we always say, it's by the people, for the people. The community determines the content, the community tells the stories, and that's what's made Mainstream this 30-year enduring community of practice.
Fantastic. Well, I went to the first event and I was really impressed with what you did. It was fun as well. So you had an evening. You could talk about the evening.
Sure. Look, the word we use, thanks Michael for saying that. The word we use is festivalization. We don't think education has to be stodgy and boring and academic. We think education has to be entertainment at the same time. edutainment, we might call it. So we had DJs throughout. We had 2 evening events. One was in the Past Museum, which is a homage to the Industrial Revolution, where we were having conversations under Spitfires and next to penny farthings and in Model T Fords. The engineers loved it. That's Mainstream's quite well known for its sort of pizzazz.
Yeah.
So good food, good music, great education. Thank you very much. What we find that does is it opens people up to being human. And the truth is, most of the learning comes from human to human interaction. So you want to get people out of standing in the corner feeling a little out of sorts. You want to get them in the mix so that they open up and they have conversations, because we've all got nuggets of gold to share with each other. It's not just the 45 speakers who are going to teach you something. It's the chap or the lady that you get into a conversation with over a coffee, who you pick something up from a gem, and it makes all the difference.
Fantastic. Well, we're all looking forward to the next event, and thank you very much for your time. And
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch.
Thanks for chatting with me.
Cheers.